how to make a master career jungler look bronze. I start red in this game because I care more about my Nyla Thresh with Ignite than I do my Gragas with TP. Nothing to do with setup, Thresh with Ignite has more kill threat. I clear my red buff quadrant and queue over the Raptor's wall after hitting level 3 to go bot side. Without revealing what I do, what would you do? Would you clear walls? Would you gank bot? Is it both troll? Because I can do something 10 times better. What is it? Look at mid lane for me. Yes, I just gave it away. The lane is pushing towards Ahri because Victor is further up in the lane. This means Ahri and myself have more space to work with and therefore more damage to deal if I gank. But when we look above the minimap at the Ahri's HP, she's almost full HP without prio. This means Victor is probably the same HP. That's quite a lot of HP to get through. But being an immobile mage with no real legit peel, if I gank Victor from his Raptors, we easily have enough damage and time to kill him. Doing walls is troll because killing Victor gives me more gold, and going bot is troll simply because the enemy Lee Sin can be active by the time I am down there. If you look at the time for me, it's still quite early in this game and for junglers to be level 3. This is generally around 230. So the chances Lee Sin is mid to protect Victor are super low if not 0. But if I went bot, he can definitely be waiting for me because it would be around 235 to 240. Now after killing Victor and helping Ahri shove the wave, most of you will probably farm your bot camps. I do. But you need to do something first. Whenever you show on the minimap, whether it's ganking a lane or running over vision, the enemy jungler will try to think of ways to punish you, whether that's killing you in your jungle or taking your camps or ganking a lane you're not near because you're not there obviously to defend them. So can you imagine what would happen if Lee Sin was sitting in this brush and puts me at half HP if not worse? It's scary for me now to even run into my bot side jungle and I am no longer self-sufficient. I would need my teammates to bail me out. Doesn't really sound too good, right? So that's why I ward the brush first because it saves me HP. And this is even why I save my Q as I run to walls in case the blind monk is lurking. There is also another reason why I'm still a bit scared of Lee Sin being here. If he did do his bot side and look to invade my blue buff quadrant afterwards, he will know my bot lane here is on a recall. Even though my bot lane killed the enemy bot lane somehow, they need to replenish their HP and spend gold. So until my bot lane does that, they are no real use to me in a 3v3 or potentially 4v4 if both mid laners rotate over. That's why I do Gromp and not blue buff because Lee Sin can still pressure me here and Gromp is a little bit safer. But after finishing Gromp, I have a feeling he is not here because if he was, he would have done something to me already. That's why I immediately ping top side when I think I know where Lee Sin is. You are always at war with the enemy jungler. These pings allow my Ahri to hold the bottom side of mid and she evades the Lee gank, wasting the enemy jungler crucial time. I can do my blue buff while this is happening and then recall, but I stop recalling here. Why do you think that is? Well, I'll tell you if you liked the video. I'm going to tell you anyway, I know, but yeah. Leaving a like would be much appreciated, and if you actually do enjoy these game reviews, yeah, that lets me know. Thanks. If we go back to when I was finishing the bot crab, look at the chat for me. The enemy bot lane have no summoner spells. Hopefully my bot lane is not trolling me with that information. But yes, in particular, right, no flashes. This makes them very killable if they are not close to their tower. So the further away they are from their tower, the more time I have to kill them. So after I finish my blue buff, I look bot lane and then realize, hang on a second, this Jhin is a free kill. Now why is that? Because the wave is pushing towards our side, meaning Jhin will move in the same direction and with no flash, he's just dead meat. Just like the Victor gank though, I need to consider who? The enemy Lee Sin, the enemy jungler, and if he will actually be here. Well, after he tried to gank mid, he went to his Raptors. These would spawn at 4 minutes if he started there, so this timing adds up. So in my mind, the Lee will do his Raptors, then his Krugs, then recall. During this time, I can take advantage of him farming by attacking his bot lane. I also think it's close to impossible for him to anticipate this when his bot lane is so close to their tower, it kind of looks like they're in a safe position. Another important detail here, Thresh hitting the Scry Orb is very useful because it tells me when and where the enemy champions will see me. I know Thresh will clear this Pixel Brush ward, so I could attack from river, but I would love to run through the Tri-Brush and then attack them from behind. Take a listen for me. I have to gank bot lane here, right, because the wave is pushing to us. Karma does have a control ward though. I know if the enemy support has a control ward or not, but Thresh wards the Tri-Brush and we don't see the Karma ward at all. So I know the enemy bot lane has no vision of their Tri-Brush, so I can come from behind and kill the Jhin. The next move I think is a lot easier to understand. I just recall. My top camps are respawning, I just cleared my bot side. So the next question might be trickier to answer though. Do I run to Krugs or do I run to Raptors? Or do I run to Lee Sin's top camps? Ooh, well Lee's top camps would be spawning soon and I am a lot stronger. But after I press tab, I realized this guy has a longsword. So how's he got that? Because full clearing in a crab gives you like 750, close to 800 gold. He should have 2 longswords if he did that. So I know he cleared his red buff quadrant and then recalled. He could have even been waiting around bot lane for me to gank and just thought he's not here, so let me just recall. Again, that goes back to why it's so important to think about the enemy jungler. So running to his top side straight away, I actually don't trust the timing here. And you can tell I'm running to Raptors first, so why Raptors and not Krugs? Because this Lee Sin could either be running here after he recalls after doing his Krugs, so if I went to my own Krugs during this time, he could cheekily steal my Raptors, and for a shaco player, it's not very good for your mental. So I do Raptors to secure them, then my Krugs. Next question. What now? My bot camps will spawn very soon, but I don't want to do my bot camps if I can kill people, especially if it's going to be consequential. So the enemy bot lane is in a great position for me to gank with no flashes, but there is another lane that is closer to me with no flash, and the cannon waves have reset perfectly in the middle of the lane. This would give me so much time to gank the Victor, and I can always run to my bot side after drive-buying through mid. That's why I ping on my way mid as I finish Krugs, and I would not care about Lee Sin being here. Why? Because I'm so much stronger. But all of a sudden, the master career Lee Sin walks through the bot tri-brush. Why? I don't know. But this is what jungling is, being able to react on the fly. So when I see him, I'm a little surprised. But when I press tab and see him with another longsword and boots, I can work out he's done Raptors and Krugs again, then recalled, and he's ran straight bot. This means his top camps are definitely up, right? So you might be wondering why I don't run down to my own bot camps here and even Dragon to directly stop the much weaker jungler from doing those things. That's actually a very good question. The answer to that though is because I know someone else can do that for me. I know Ahri will hit level 6 off this mid wave. Why is that? Well, solo laners typically hit level 6 on the 530 cannon wave, providing they haven't missed a lot of experience already. But every time I looked at my minimap, I saw Ahri in lane. So I know level 6 is just around the corner. Because of that, after Ahri hits level 6, she can do my job for me and run down a dragon and kill the weak level 4 Lee Sin doing it, which is why I ping for assistance on dragon to let my team know what Lee Sin is doing. So while Lee Sin does dragon, I can take his wolves, his gromp, and my Ahri can act as a second jungler after shoving out mid with her level 6. Now Lee Sin does get dragon. Oh my god, I've lost. Yeah, but he's 2 levels down. Baited his Jhin to help him do the dragon, and as a result, you will see very soon, he gets his AD carry killed because of this decision. Now what do I do in response to this? Well, I know when I finish gromp, Lee is still bot side. So I want even more from the top side of the map. So the best play is to always look for a kill. This is more consequential than doing grubs because it denies the enemy laner or laners golden experience from waves, while your own laners get that golden experience. So in this game, I ping on my way to top lane, knowing the wave is pushing towards Gragas. In other words, there is a lot of space to kill the Yone, and I get an easy kill. On top of that, are grubs going anywhere? Of course not. If I went to grubs instead of top lane, the Yone might shove the wave out and ward. Then it's really hard for me to kill him, right? And after I do grubs, the announcer is going to let the enemy team know that I have finished the grubs, and that's exactly where I am. So that would be impossible for me to kill the Yone afterwards. So kills first. Now, as I run to grubs and start them, I only do 1 grub. Why? If you can work this out, you're a genius. Well, it's because of general statistics. If you do 1 grub, you win 5% more games. Obviously, I'm joking. That's absolute rubbish. It's because the enemy jungler is telling me something. I think Lee Sin will run to his top camps here, whether he recalled after that bot fight, or if he runs here directly from bot side. So he might be thinking that I haven't taken his top camps yet, so he can catch me on them. Or he's thinking he can get to grubs in time and stop me from getting all of them. Can you also see how Victor is positioning? He's holding the bottom side of mid lane. So I am anticipating Lee Sin being here. He could have even pinged on his way, so Victor knows where to be in the near future. So I then do crap because it denies Lee Sin. Why is this better than doing another grub? Because Lee Sin is getting 1 grub regardless here. But I have an ingenious plan here. Take a listen.
I'll do red and kill him on grubs. Watch this shit.
The crab also provides me with potential vision on Lee Sin doing grubs, and he does indeed walk over it. So now I ping on my way looking to abuse my level 6 advantage. It's just that my micro is actually really bad here. After queuing in and backstabbing Lee Sin, so far so good, I know I can never one-shot him, even though I have a lot of damage. So I should R immediately after backstabbing, so my DPS is maximized with my clone. Because I don't do this, I miss out on maybe 300 to 400 damage and therefore a kill. I do get his flash along with Victor's, so it's it's not that bad, but I could have got both of those anyway and 300 gold by killing Lee Sin. Never think your micro is perfect. Now, who wants a ganking masterclass? You do? Oh, that's good. So when I run out of base here, I know Victor doesn't have flash because he just used it in that grubs fight. So if my Ahri is mid and there is a fresh wave mid, I am definitely running there and ganking him from his raptors just like I did at level 3. But this wave is too soon. Ahri is just getting back to lane, so there is a high chance Victor will shove this and back off before Ahri can even get close to him. This is also a standard minion wave, so Victor probably only needs 2 E's and he clears it. If this was a cannon wave, I would definitely go mid instead of doing blue buff. The cannon minion would add at least 5 seconds to Victor being mid. That's enough time for me to shank him. So I do my blue buff because I think the wave's not going to be there, and then I do Gromp. Now, as I'm about to finish Gromp, what can you see? There's a wave about to enter mid lane. Because this is fresh and Victor has not even touched it yet, I know I have plenty of time to gank. It's also a cannon wave, so it adds even more time, so I ping on my way. I then hold this wall in case Victor has this brush warded. If it was warded and I ran through the middle of this alleyway here, the ward in the brush would definitely spot me. So I evade it and just Q in, backstab the no flash Victor, save E for a potential execute, and he dies. I know this will happen when I'm doing Gromp. I also probably should have E'd the cannon. Whoops. Now, as soon as this play ends, what did I just do? I showed on the minimap to the enemy jungler. So Lee Sin will know I am mid. So if he instantly ganks bot or top, I can't respond. I cannot cover that play. So watch how I ping. I danger ping the route Lee Sin can take to gank both lanes, and I keep them safe. Remember, you are at constant war with the enemy jungler. It doesn't stop. After getting this crab, I do my raptors. I don't think I can kill the full HP Yone with the lane in that position, especially with Lee Sin potentially lurking. For those reasons, I then decide to do Krugs, and Lee Sin all of a sudden shows on this control ward. That's why you take the crab first and then come back to your camps. That will be important for later. As I'm doing Krugs, I know with Gragasar we can maybe kill this Yone even if he is full HP, but the lane has to be close to our tower. I don't want to overextend close to the enemy tower because Lee Sin can definitely be close to that. So I finish Krugs and then hover towards top lane, hiding behind this wall so Yone's ward, if he did put one in the tri-brush, doesn't see me. I then run back so I evade this potential vision as long as possible, and when Yone shows on the wave, I send it. I Q in with Ghostblade and we get another kill. Need a drink, man. After this, I run away from the wave, knowing Gragas can shove on his own. He doesn't need my help, and I don't want to share experience. And then I ping on my way to Dragon, and then recall. I think you would do the same, right? So I just cleared my Raptors and Krugs, and even though Grubs might be spawning sometime soon, what do you think Lee Sin is going to do? Well, he might think I'm going to stay top for a little bit longer. He might think my Krugs are still up. So by running back like I did, it kind of baits him in a way. So I think he will look to make a play bot side as soon as possible here, whether that's Dragon, ganking my bot lane, or even invading my bot side. So recalling here covers all the golden experience on the other side of the map. As I run out of base, my Ahri then runs down to Dragon. This is why it's useful to ping before you make that play, because your teammates will know where to move when they have nothing to do. And she damages Lee Sin a little bit, but unfortunately has to ult away. Then my Thresh dies, and I can't really queue over and do anything. Stealing the Dragon here means nothing, but me giving away a bounty, missing out on my own golden experience, that's way more consequential. Please do not overreact to dragons. So I have to swallow my pride and come back to my camps, but I know my Thresh just died. So this means my AD carry is on her own. And who else is here? The Lee Sin, he just did Dragon. So what's stopping the Lee Sin from looking to dive and 3v1 my Nyla? Nothing. Well, me technically, but yeah. That's why I moved down to bot lane, and when I see Karma pressuring my Nyla, I queue over with Ghostblade and get another kill. Now, after trying to fight the Lee Sin here, knowing my Thresh is fresh out of base, I go back to my Gromp, can't do anything, and then do my walls. There is no wave mid, so I can't gank that, so I finish walls and then move towards my top side. If I was to go back to bot lane here, it is terrible, unless I know Lee Sin is making a play bot, because I still think we win 3v3. So why is it terrible if I go bot and Lee Sin isn't there? Because when I show, what do I lose if Lee Sin is pathing towards top side? All my top camps get taken, I lose 3 grubs, and I go from hard winning the jungle to just winning the jungle. I can also just ping my bot lane to be careful as I move towards my top camps. But I don't decide to do my Raptors here. Why? Because Crab is better. Not in terms of golden experience, but I can start with Crab and then come back to my camps because they're not going anywhere. By getting this crab first, I deny Lee Sin, and it's a little battle I win. This is why I queue over this wall, aiming to get into the eyebrow brush, but then I see him doing grubs, so I just run over there and steal the first one. Can you imagine if I just farm my camps? Well, I then do crab because grubs are just too annoying for my champion to do. Please buff Shaco, right? And all of a sudden, the master career Lee Sin blast cones in. Why? I don't know, but lots of players here might try to secure the crab and be a little scared of Lee Sin doing this, but he's between Ari and myself. So he is going to cop damage here from 2 champions, potentially like 8 abilities and ignite on top of that. So why would I not E to slow him just in case he flashes away or ward hops, and then Q and try to nuke him? He just dies. And then I box the Victor so he can't chase the Ari, and we even get Victor's R for free. And yeah, that's how you jungle. If you want all this power, then coaching links are down below. Don't be shy, bye.